Hi, I'm Pinar Toprak, the composer for DC Stargirl, and I'm so pleased to be with you today to share the winner of this year's scoring competition. I'm going to be telling you who has won and talking with Spitfire Audio co-founder Paul Thompson about why the winning score stood out. Back in July, we offered you the opportunity to create your own score to DC's hit TV show Stargirl. I picked a challenging scene with a lot of activity on screen, and it required a lot of attention to detail. Over the following 4 weeks, we received thousands of entries from all over the world. The competition was open to everyone, and I was delighted to see so many people using this opportunity to score to picture for the very first time. The support shown across the composing community has been amazing to see, and I hope it's given people a chance to get a glimpse of what it takes to be a professional composer. Since the entries closed in August, the team at Spitfire Audio and myself have gone through all of the entries and have finally selected the winner of this year's competition. We have some amazing prizes for the winner: an everything drive from Spitfire Audio, a signed copy of the Stargirl theme music, and a one-to-one mentoring session with me. The runners-up will each receive a signed copy of the Stargirl theme music. We set out 3 main criteria for the scores to be judged against, and it was great to see how everyone approached it. The individuality of the score. This was about bringing your own personality to the scene and not having to stick to what I did with the original. How well the score suits the visuals. With so many things happening in the clip, the score had to be flexible to fit around the activity. How you handle the emotional content in the scene. Switching from a big action sequence to a tense and dramatic climax requires a lot of attention to detail. I'm delighted to announce that the runners-up in this year's competition are Jez Davies,
The bus!
I got it.
Melody Sicard,
Kid's looking right at me.
Not for long.
Arnold Buena,
Okay. Is everyone okay? Watch your step, kids.
and Dawn Maynor. Congratulations to all of the runners-up. I really enjoy what you did with the scene. Before we announce the winner, I'd like to say a quick thank you to the team at Spitfire Audio, Mad Ghost Productions, DC, and Warner Brothers for making this year's competition such a success. The winner of the DC Stargirl Scoring Competition is Chris Hearn. Congratulations, Chris. Let's take a look at the winning score in full, and then I'll catch up with Paul Thompson about why I feel it's a worthy winner.
The bus!
I got it. Kid's looking right at me.
Not for long.
Okay. Is everyone okay? Watch your step, kids. Stay behind the bus. All right, easy. One at a time. What happened? This was a mistake. We need to go.
We need to find Icicle.
Hi, Pinar. It's so lovely to be talking with you today about this amazing competition, and so great to hear who you've chosen as the winner. I'd like to say thank you on behalf of Spitfire Audio to you for being so involved in this competition. It's been an amazing process working with you and your team. So before we talk about Chris's winning score, tell me what you thought about the entries in general.
First of all, thank you so much, Paul, for having me be a part of this competition. It's been so amazing working with you all and seeing all the entries, and the variety for me was the really fun aspect of it. To see the scene that I've scored in so many different ways, thousands of different ways, literally. Seeing how everyone took a different kind of approach, their timing of things and their instrumentation and the general approach to it was really, really fun.
Yeah, so I also had a lot of fun listening through the final selections, and it was actually quite hard to get down to that kind of last list, that kind of finalists list. There were so many that were really good in lots of different ways, and it became really hard to kind of, I don't know whether you felt this as well when you were selecting your absolute, top 5, but it becomes really kind of gradual shades, doesn't it, of, is this one emotionally better than that one? It's hard, I think.
It's very difficult. I mean, the top 5 for me was really, really tough. They're so close, and they all had something unique and beautifully done about them. So that was really, really, really difficult for sure. Chris's entry just had something about it that for me was pretty special, actually.
Let's talk about Chris's entry. So Chris, the winner, Chris Hearn, it's a great bit of scoring. But what, most of all for you, what made it stand out from the others?
So, like we were saying, it was so difficult to choose these top entries, right? So the way I thought of it was, if I were to hire anyone, if I were to just ask several people to score just kind of as a demo to work with me, which one would I want to give a call and ask to work with me? And that kind of actually helped my process of thinking. And so with his entry, for me, he definitely had great instincts and great production, and things happened when I kind of, for me, just it's a matter of taste, right? Music is such a subjective art. So for me, there are certain choices that he made, the certain harmonies and the timings and the instrumentation. For me, it all landed right. It all, when I listened to it, I was like, oh, this works. I didn't want to change anything about it. So that was sort of my own personal criteria. Who would I hire?
Yeah, that's a great way of looking at it. I hadn't ever thought about it. I should have thought about that last year. So let's just walk through the queue from the top. And if you could tell me what you really liked about it, what you noticed that you thought, made it the best.
I thought just starting right off the bat, the energy was really, really great. It had the sense of urgency, but it really followed the action really, really well, in my opinion. And I also really like how the hero moment when Pat Stripesy comes in, and it was this really nice hero moment that we felt. But we were still not losing the sense of the action and urgency and the danger. So I thought that was really, really well crafted.
And then going on, so at the kind of the build, and then the point at which you think, okay, we're cool now, everything's safe, and then that reintroduction of the danger, I thought that worked really well. And then the moment following that.
I agree. I thought that was all really well crafted around the scene. It fit really beautifully. And the staff moment for me, that was one of the that's cool moments when I watched it the first time, and I keep getting the same reaction every time I watch it. So I thought that was very clever and beautifully done. It's very effective in that moment, I think.
How did you feel about the way that the build worked then back up to the moment when the card flies out of his hand? And we're kind of waiting for something terrible to happen. How did that compare for you with the way that you did it originally?
For me, Chris's version, I think he timed everything really, really well. And this is the thing that I actually really loved about this entire competition, seeing how, because, a lot of times for this particular scene, I only had a matter of hours to write. So you don't have a lot of time to sit and think, but if you were to stop and think longer, you start, there's that moment I could have, that was actually really, really fun for me to experience. And in Chris's version, I thought when we see the red truck, and all the low end comes in and the build up to it all, and then the release with the cart. I thought that was really, really beautifully done.
And then the final moment where we have the kind of music box as well. I thought that was very clever. I wouldn't have done that. I don't know. I thought it was a lovely touch. It was really unexpected for me because and that's what's so fun about watching all these different interpretations, I guess.
Yeah, and I mean, anytime anybody does anything different within reason, of course, within the scene, fitting the scene, I think I appreciate that. And those are the kind of things that, if in real life scenario, that cue might be loved by a certain producer, might not be loved by somebody else. Yeah. It's just a matter of tasting, honestly. And there's no right or wrong. There were things that I had done, for example, in Captain Marvel, that I was like, there's no way Marvel is going to go for that. I had used some like Lethal Weapon guitar sort of stuff. Like it's not going to fly, but it's so fun. I'm going to do it. Let's see what happens. And they loved it and we kept it. But I did appreciate the fact that he actually did something unique there. That was really cool. It's
really beautifully done. It's like the music is always seems to be leading you on to what is actually, it lands perfectly. You never feel like you've kind of half tripped up and suddenly there's a surprise. Everything just flows beautifully. I think that's what's really great about it for me.
I agree completely.
Well, Pinar, I just want to thank you again for being our judge on this year's competition and for, helping to put together such an amazing competition. It's been absolutely wonderful. We're very grateful. And, for your time is incredibly valuable. So thank you very much for doing this for us.
Thank you so much, Paul. Everyone at Spitfire, you guys have been wonderful. Thank you for having me this year. To check out the winning video, head over to spitfireaudio.com/Stargirl. Thanks again to our winner, Chris, all of the runners-up, and to everyone that entered the competition.